Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Physics Spark. Now in series of chapter Motion class 9, today we will discuss the graphical representation of motion. In previous lesson we have discussed about the distance time graph, and in today's lecture we will discuss the velocity time graph. Myself Dr. Meenakshi. So let's start the velocity time graph. The variation in velocity with time for an object moving in a straight line can be represented by a velocity time graph. That means suppose an object is moving and suppose first time its velocity is 10 meter per second, it is covering time 20 seconds, then it is moving with velocity 15 meter per second and covering time 15 seconds. Finally, it moving with 20 meter per second in 10 seconds. That means the object is moving in a straight line, and the change in velocity with respect to time, that can be represented on the velocity time graph. Here the time is represented along the x-axis and the velocity is represented along the y-axis. So this is the velocity time graph for uniform motion. Here your time is along the x-axis and velocity is along the y-axis. If the object moves at uniform velocity means it is covering equal distance in equal interval of time in a straight line, then the graph will be a parallel line along the x-axis, that will be a straight line which is parallel to x-axis. And this is the graph for velocity and time for uniform motion. Now we know that the product of velocity and time gives us the displacement, that is d is equal to v into t, that is distance is equal to velocity into time, and this area enclosed, that is area of this A, B, C, D, this area enclosed, that will give you the displacement of the graph. And you can say that from the velocity time graph we can find the displacement, magnitude of the displacement of the object. Now here we will find the distance from this velocity time graph. Now for this we will draw the graph. Now to know the distance moved by the car between the time interval t1 and t2, let's draw the graph. Here this is time along x-axis and velocity along y-axis. Now suppose a car is moving straight way and after time t1 it is reaching at this point. Further it moves with some different velocity, and at point t2 it is moving with some velocity, this one. Now we will join this graph and let us, this point is point A and this is point B, this is your point C and this is your point D. Here this means, we will draw this and this. Here this means at point C, or you can say after time t1, the particle is moving with some velocity this, and uniform, here we have described the uniform velocity means, that means particle is moving with same velocity at different time interval. Now here this velocity is same, let it be, you can say 4 km per hour, or you can say 4 meter per second, that is the unit, 4 meter per second, and time is in second. So here again at B point the particle is moving with the same velocity, time is different, clear? So that is uniform motion. So for any uniform motion, the graph will always be parallel to x-axis. Now here, draw perpendicular from the points corresponding to T1 and T2 on the graph. And here the velocity is given by AC. This will represent the velocity AC, that will represent the velocity, or BD. AC or BD are same thing, and time is represented by the length AB. So you can say that here velocity is represented by AC, or you can say BD, and time is represented by this length AB or CD. Now we know that distance is equal to velocity into time. So here distance will be AC into CD, or you can say AC into AB. And we know that this is equal to area. So V into T2 minus T1. So that is V into T1. So we can say that area of this rectangle, that is this shaded portion, that will give you the displacement. This is most important one word question, that which quantity will you find from the velocity time graph, or you can say what you will find from the velocity time graph. Then the area enclosed within the velocity time graph will give you the distance. Clear? That is, the area enclosed by the velocity time graph and time axis will be equal to the magnitude of the displacement. This is what we have discussed. So this portion, that will give you this shaded portion will give you the distance. Clear? Now this is for accelerated motion. Accelerated motion means when velocity is changing. So when velocity changes in either 2 or 3 cases, that is either magnitude is changing or direction is changing. So here this is uniform acceleration. The nature of the graph shows that velocity changes by equal amount in equal intervals of time, and for uniformly accelerated motion, the velocity time graph is a straight line. Here this is a straight line velocity time graph for uniformly accelerated motion. Next is, from this graph, the magnitude of this graph is give you the distance. Again the distance, here distance is given by this area A, B, C, D and E, that is area of this trapezium. Clear? So whenever we have a uniform accelerated motion, then the area of trapezium will give you the distance. Here this distance will calculated A, B, C, D, E, that is area of the triangle ABCD plus area of a triangle ADE, that is AB into BC, that is area of rectangle, and area of triangle is half into base is AD, and perpendicular distance is DE. Now velocity time graph of an object in non-uniform accelerated motion. Non-uniform means either velocity, you can say the timing is different, or you can say velocity is different. So this will be a decreasing with time, a velocity time graph that represents the motion of an object whose velocity is decreasing with time is known as velocity time graph for non-uniform accelerated motion. Now for non-uniform accelerated motion, we may have, so either may be increase in the velocity, there may be a decrease in the velocity, that we will represent from this diagram. Now here right hand side we have a velocity time graph for non-uniform motion. It may be increase, decrease like this. Now for OA, it is uniformly accelerated motion, and for AB it is uniformly deaccelerated motion. Similarly for BC it is uniformly again accelerated, and for CD it is uniformly deaccelerated motion. So for non-uniform motion there may be an increase, there may be a decrease. Here you can say increase, then decrease, then increase, then decrease. So this type of graph will show you the non-uniform variation of the velocity of the motion. Now in the next lecture we will discuss about the equations of motion from the graphical representation. Now if you like the video, please subscribe to my channel, and thank you very much for watching my video.